All right, welcome to JBadge Raps episode 3. I am JBadge. I got some special guests with me today. I got Bleezy in here. You actually got a
Sir.
Bleezy. You on brand. I see you.
Yes, sir. Like that.
Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
Sacramento.
Oh,
And I got
bro. See, you didn't have to do that.
and we got Mike up in here. So yeah.
What up,
So
y'all?
we talking about sports today, y'all. So
Hey,
first of all, I want to congratulate the Oklahoma City Thunder.
yeah, as much as we want to. I don't know. Do y'all like watching dominance win? It'd be kind of
Um
I guess, but on the scale of Celtics last year to like, yeah, is it that bad or is it not as bad as watching the Celtics win last year?
it might have been. I think it was just as bad.
Mm,
It was. I don't know. I just kind of feel like we got robbed. Just
yeah.
the injury kind of. The one thing I wanted, I kind of expected the Thunder to win the game, honestly, at home. But
Hmm.
I just wanted a good game, and I don't know. They hung on for a minute without
Yeah.
Tyrese, but just the injury kind of deflated everything. So, if anything, like it just would have. I feel like I could appreciate the dominance win more if it was just if it played out how it was supposed to play out. So,
Hmm.
kind of just got robbed of a moment. I feel like because Tyrese was cooking, and
Yeah, I think that's the worst part is that he was really like he had been up and down last few games and it's like oh it was three threes he made before he got hurt, right? It's just
oh yeah, yep,
he actually had it going and it's just it feel just think it's probably just the worst feelings like felt like such a good playoffs, like even going back such a great kind of season, like just ups and downs. We had a good season, had a good playoffs, was having an amazing finals, and then just yeah, seven minutes in to the last game, it kind of all yeah, it's tough. It's tough not to talk about it because it just feels like the biggest thing. Like we were me and you, Jay, but we watched together and just you could feel the energy even leave the room. We're kind of watching the game in after it happens. Like kind of just watch the rest of that half, not knowing how to react really or how to feel because it's just yeah, we don't have game sevens in the NBA finals often and have something like that happen in that
it is.
moment. Just yeah, I didn't know how to process it.
That's what sucks for the Thunder. I ain't gonna lie. It is. That's the moment of this finals was the Tyrese injury. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be the most memorable moment of this finals. Chet got him a ring. I like that for Wemby. I just like Wemby having to watch Chet get a ring this early. So,
Yeah,
um,
I'm excited. Any thoughts? Bleeds, how you feeling? I feel like I was wanting to make a joke about how you probably rocking with Caruso and Chet, but what's you
Yeah,
feeling?
I was about that. Oh, did you see Caruso was like someone asked him how he felt. He was like, "Oh, I'm glad this one like kind of meant more than the other one." Did you see that?
Really, bronze shots?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, like his
okay.
Lakers ring or nothing.
Bubble ring, bubble ring
Yeah,
talk.
man. Yeah, I don't really have no thoughts on it though. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
I like the bubble ring. Coming from a person who won a bubble ring, I do like that idea. That he even called it a little more real. I wonder if that's just the bronze shots or if that's like getting out the mud with some young dudes. But yeah, no. It's yeah, like I said, it's just hard. It's hard to have any thoughts on it just because it's
It's
weird,
like the
man. It's just
injury.
weird. Yeah, the injury makes it weird.
and it's quiet. Like I didn't see nothing on social media really just about the. It's like nothing on my timeline really about the championship. Like the just like there usually is after the finals. It kind of just I don't know. It's
Yeah, just moved
just
on. Not even like the arguments kind of thing. Like I feel like at least people were arguing about like whether Tatum was real or not. Kind of, you know what I mean? We were at least talking about something. Like was Jalen Brown like Finals MVP? There was discussion to have. And with this one, it is just kind of like they had the parade today. We all. It didn't help that the Durant trade happens before the finals. Then we got like a bunch of trades happening like the next 2 days essentially. But yeah, no, it did feel like it kind of again for a season where it felt like everybody seemed so hyped just watching this Pacers thing happen over the last couple months and just this series even because I think we all thought a lot of us thought there was a chance Thunder ended quick and the fact that we kept going, they won that game six and it's just let down,
yeah.
man. It's let down.
I feel like the
Uh,
parade was kind of weak. Did you guys see the parade too? It was
I
hella
saw
dry.
I can
yeah,
see it. Yeah.
Slow
Okay.
it
See,
down.
I saw
Yeah.
they said they was trying to celebrate post game like out in the city after game 7 like on Sunday, and the cops shut them down like before them can even get outside, like this other like before, I don't know, it was just crazy. They wasn't letting them. I just, you see the Philly shit and it seemed like Oklahoma City police was not trying to deal with none of that shit. I was surprised.
All right, we did it, y'all. We got through our Oklahoma City segment. That
Yeah,
was
shout out to y'all. I'm looking forward to rooting against y'all the next 5 years.
yeah, let's talk about these. Let's talk about the Achilles, the Tyrese, the injuries. Tatum, Tyrese. Who's the third one? Dame. What
Dame,
is?
yeah, I think three. So three during this playoffs. I think somebody said eight this season. I want to say. I think there's been eight total this season. It was the high ever. I think it was five before, back in like 14, 15 or something. But yeah, eight Achilles injuries this year. I think DeJounte Murray might have had one. Did he have an Achilles? I want to
He
say.
did.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So like just the three in the playoffs, we all remember Tatum, Dame, Tyrese. But yeah, how you want to approach this? You want to start? We want to start with the AAU because that's something we can both speak to, I guess, at least because we both lived it at least to a certain degree. That idea of like playing at minimum 3 games every weekend for a lot of your growing up life and kind of how that affects it. Like I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm too old.
That's
I'm not old enough to have bad knees, but I definitely can't play basketball outside anymore. Kind of type thing. I don't know if you have similar experiences. You're not quite as old. You're not as old as me, but you getting closer. You know, but I don't know.
yeah. No, that's what I wanted to start kind of where what you
Hmm.
were talking about.
With the AAU,
Yeah.
yeah, no. So that's the thing. So I feel like there's two huge factors that kind of affect this thing, right? That we see. It's just the NBA schedule as it exists now. There's 82 games. They're played really tightly. We got 3 games and 4 nights. We don't really do the 4s and 5 nights. So we got the back to backs you could play in. Oakland one night, or not Oakland anymore. You play in San Francisco one night, playing Denver the next day. It's a lot, right? And basketball is played really fast. If you go look at 80s and 90s basketball back in the day, not to say it wasn't intense, but it's not as much just impact on those soft tissue muscles in those joints, right? You're not sprinting to the paint on a drive or trying to defend somebody going like hard to the paint on the drive and then closing out to a shooter that's all the way at the 3 point line, full speed, needing to stop on the dime to stop his closeout, right? Everything's just more intense. Everything is longer actions, quicker actions, higher impact actions on these players. So the game is harder. We're requiring a lot of this shit. The schedule's forever. And the thing I was talking about, these kids just play too much. I feel like when I was growing up, you would play 3 games over a weekend, which I even felt like back then was too much. I feel like by the time JBadge is playing AAU basketball, like 4 felt more like the minimum. You might have a weekend where you played 5 or 6 games. Now I hear about it. Now I'll talk to the kids, students I have, and be like, "Oh yeah, we play like." I'll say, "Oh, you playing like 3 or 4 games this week?" And that feels like a lot of them was like, "Oh man, I've done way more than that." Like they'll have these 6 or 7 game weekends where they'll play 3 games on a Saturday, 3 games on a Sunday, type thing, and it's just by the time you're Jason Tatum's age, where you're 27, but since Jason Tatum probably has been doing that circuit since age 12 at the latest, honestly, type thing. And you got these players, Dame, same thing, Tyrese, the same thing, and they just got these miles building up on their body, and it's not sustainable. We need to fix how we do youth basketball in certain ways. I think we're letting the shoe companies kind of have a lot of hold on us. And I think on the other end, Adam Silver, he got to shorten the schedule, man. 82 is too many, or spread out the schedule, like play until June instead of playing starting in October and finishing in, or play until July or August. But he's not going to. They like their money.
That's what I was gonna get into because yeah, shorten the season or I'm not a fan of shortening the season, but I think that they should just stretch it out longer because I
Hmm.
just keep it 82 for history purposes, but just
Hmm.
play, yeah, just stretch the season out a little longer, throw in a break, just more off time. But
Exactly.
I don't know, it don't seem like I don't think they're
Yeah.
gonna end up doing anything at all, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, no. We'll see if this is a moment, right? If this is enough, if like three like really big names and like in a way like really affected, right? Celtics probably still lose that series, but like the Tyrese one is just front and center. Like maybe it's enough for them to consider some changes. But to your point, they're not going to shorten the season. Because at the end of the day, the players, coaches, the players and the owners, like neither side really wants that. They all want the money for the 82. But I wonder if the stretching is like an alternative that maybe I don't they're really scared of getting close to football in any way, shape, or form. When they're important times, so that might be like they don't want the finals to happen too close to the NFL preseason kind of type thing. But even then, like you got some time. How much longer we got till football really gets started? We still got a few weeks. It's like you got some
Yeah,
time to stretch this out if you want to start it a little, start it around the same time. Push or maybe start a little earlier. Start it like when 2K comes out, or like kind of close to when the first season of 2K starts. Like start it like early October, early as possible. Finish late July, and then you spread those 82 games out more because I do like keeping the 82 for historical reasons too. Like it'd be weird to have all time stats just kind of look and feel different. To have like most points in the season record not really be matchable kind of anymore type thing would be weird. So yeah, I think
yeah,
I think there's arguments for keeping the 82. But they got to stretch the season out or something, man. We gotta figure it out because this just it keeps happening. Guys are getting hurt more and more. Achilles used to be a random thing, and now it's just feeling normal, and that's not okay, man. Not okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's happening so often, with sports science. I think it would be
Mm-hmm.
getting better.
That's
yeah.
Crazy.
so
Yeah.
it's
Because basketball is evolving so fast. Just
mm-hmm,
that's really what I wanted Mike to break down. Just the
mm-hmm,
evolution of basketball and like how they play now. Just the it's
mm-hmm,
just more constant explosion. Is just
That's what I
a
was trying to say.
way to put it. Like you're just constantly exploding. Whether you're closing out, you're just pulling up,
mm-hmm,
just shooting from further too. You're using your legs more. It's just so much
mm-hmm,
stuff that I don't feel like. I feel like now they're about to be on it though. Like somebody, like after that Tyrese injury, like yeah, somebody's
yeah,
about to come out with something. It's just a matter of even if they let that information get out, and
mm-hmm,
because at the end of the day they want their money, so they're not.
mm-hmm,
They're I feel like they're gonna keep it keep it quiet as possible until they're ready to actually until they actually
exactly.
have a solution if they come up with a solution. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that shit.
It fell all over the place. Do y'all see it becoming what do you guys think happens the next time? Because that's the interesting thing about the Tyrese one is just so similar to the KD, right? It's like strained calf muscle.
And
Every
what?
like in the in that situation, like you never play on it in that situation except for it's the playoffs and you got a chance. Like we've seen it twice now. It's like does it happen again? Somebody tried to compare it to concussion protocol, which doesn't feel the same because with concussion protocol, like you literally your brain isn't in a place to decide whether you're good to play or not. So it's not quite the same, but kind of in that mode where it's like do we hit a point where like you just have to tell the player no like in any situation because it's just going to lead to that Achilles tear. It seems like playing on that is leading to an Achilles tear pretty consistently. Maybe it's only just we saw two major options, but yeah, I don't know. Do you
Yeah, no,
think the
I think
next
they should.
time?
I think they should treat it like concussion. Honestly, yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
just yeah, the trainers had to say yeah, the trainers had to tell them no. Like NBA
Mm-hmm.
players aren't gonna, regardless of the
Exactly.
theories that go around about just low management and stuff. Like NBA players don't want to not be playing basketball, and if they can play, especially in the bigger the moment, especially they're gonna play. Like they don't they're not hearing what the trainer is telling them. So it's just. I think
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think you got to protect your star players, especially national TV. Just game 7 finals, seeing that happen to the star player, the other team, and some got to be done.
It'll be different. Oh man. Well, speaking of the other Achilles tear, we how y'all feeling about Kevin?
KD is a rocket. He got a he's been around. He's been around. Gonna have a
That's
colorful, very
yeah.
colorful.
How do we process this? Because there hasn't been. I guess Shaq technically kind of has a similar roster of like teams he's played for, and I guess you
Right.
could argue like if you OKC, Orlando, Warriors, Lakers, like there's a similarity track you can kind of pull there. But we haven't had a superstar do this before, really, like this. I like you just argue LeBron's the same too, but I guess that's my question. Why does it not feel the same? Why does KD playing for all these teams not feel like Shaq playing for a few different squads or LeBron playing for a few different squads?
Because KD just hasn't won since the Warriors. Is that it?
Yeah,
Because Shaq,
yeah.
I mean, but still, he
Not
won with
Le-
the Warriors. He won with
hmm
Miami. Shaq ain't win after D Wade and who was the other
Yeah,
one you just said? LeBron.
yeah.
LeBron. I mean, that shit. LeBron won everywhere. It's
Yeah.
KD. He just
No, I think you have a good point because it's like if you do the comp right, it's like neither Shaq and Durant don't win in Orlando or OKC. Shaq and Durant win in LA and Washington. Shaq wins again in Miami. KD never wins again. Like that's kind of what maybe makes it a little like Shaq has that third spot where he like wins the championship again to kind of carry that. Like I think that's probably like if KD wins a championship in Brooklyn before he ends up in Phoenix, we probably feel like it's a good point. We probably feel a lot different about it. And then yeah, LeBron's kind of the freak that wins everywhere.
that's why fans try to taint his legacy. It just seems like at this point, I was like, I don't think he cared. I just think, okay, he's just trying to show y'all he's just a hooper. I guess like he doesn't. He's not chasing rings, but it's just I don't know how that looks. I don't know how it looks historically. It's just you got the ring.
It's gonna be really
Are we,
interesting.
I'm
I was gonna
thinking
say, are we saying that just because he don't have no rings? Like, are we just basing it just 'cause he don't got no rings?
what it's gonna come down to in the future. I mean, like I don't want. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a. How much rings does KD have? Just is it just
Just the
one?
two, just the two.
I mean, two or two? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
Uh,
saw stats, he was like averaging like 50, 40, 90. I mean, that's pretty good.
yeah. No,
Just
he's
yeah.
basing
all
on
he's all time, man.
like it's
But
not like Shaq. I feel like Shaq was on the decline. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably
leave,
that's. Go ahead, my bad.
leave, and and you don't win again after, and you're just hopping team to team. It looks like, and you can't say that you're not. That's my thing. He says he's not ring chasing, but like based off the teams that he went to, I was like, you kind of were. You're chasing the ring going to Phoenix. Brooklyn, unfortunately, just didn't work out. That was
Mm,
probably where it was supposed to. That yeah,
yeah.
The Brooklyn
Uh,
situation kind of like fucked up what he was trying to do. Because I still feel like even if they won in Brooklyn, I feel like he was still gonna leave Brooklyn at some point. I think he was just going to just keep trying. I think that was like his vision, like just kind of like LeBron on another level. It's like I'm
Yeah.
going team to team. I'm just gonna go team to team and just try to win at least one ring everywhere. If you do that, if he would have did that, like he would have did that just like with one other team after Brooklyn, like then I could see it. But just yeah, not winning in Brooklyn, that not working out. Phoenix not working out when it probably should have went better than it did. And now the Rockets,
But like, is he ring chasing going to the Rockets? I mean, does this put them in content?
could
Like
say it could
contend?
yeah, I would say
going
two
to the
seed.
yeah, you go to the two seed, then you that's crazy because he's not gonna like if he went to the Warriors, then he would catch a lot of flack.
Yeah,
But he
it's
went
actually
to the two seed Rockets, he's not about to catch much flack for that because nobody really looks at the Rockets like that yet, I guess.
yeah.
But
No, because they didn't
uh,
give up. They didn't give up anything for him too. I think that's the biggest part of why it's a
Jalen
good
Green?
setup for him. I mean, pieces they. I mean, we all watched that series, man. I don't know if anybody's looking at like losing Jalen Green as like a big blow to their future prospects. But yeah, I think that's the thing. The fact that I mean, Dylan Brooks is the only thing that I feel like affects the team at the moment, and whatever KD is giving you, much rather take. Like not to say not even a knock on Dylan Brooks, but obviously you take what KD provides over that, and it's just yeah the fact that I mean honestly, if anything, they just that was kind of a salary dump. It was like you get off of Jalen Green's contract and you happen to get KD in the trade. But I think that's the thing. It's just the defense doesn't seem like it's going to fall off at all because they still got Thompson. Sengun's got much better defense. They has gotten much better defensively. They still got Eason. Whitmore projects to be hope. Like they have all the pieces kind of still. And the one thing that team couldn't do, again, we watched was score. And now they got the one of the best scorers of all time.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I don't think they're
I
gonna win the championship, but that's my own. Those are my own feelings about KD. I still definitely can't. I mean, they're contenders still. That's just I don't know if KD gonna hoist up another one, man.
should have went East.
Yeah, seems to be
Why not? Why
so.
not Warriors? Why
The
not
Nah,
West
Warriors?
is hard, man. The West is difficult. There's so many good teams in the West.
he's never coming back here. At the end of the day, he didn't leave on good terms. I mean, if he left on good terms, then I feel like even if him and Draymond pieced it up, I feel like you can't come back here because you gonna win if you come. I mean, you gonna win, and then what's that say? At the end of the day, he have burner accounts. He cares about his legacy, no matter how he tries to act. He cares about his legacy, and he knows how that will look. It's all good though. We're gonna
Yeah.
do it. We're gonna get it done without him. We're gonna get it
Be
done
cool.
without him.
The coolest way for me to be proven wrong on some of the stuff I hold true is like, yeah, I want to be proven wrong. I want Kevin to win one. I don't think he got it in him to win one without. But maybe this is the move. This is the best chance he's gonna have. Probably the last great chance he's gonna have. It's much better than the Phoenix shot. It's not better than what Brooklyn should have been, but it probably ends up on the whole better than what Brooklyn ended up being. Even though Brooklyn has a stretch where it's like, yo, I get it. I see the vision. Y'all was gonna dominate the East. I understand what y'all were going for. But that's always gonna be the big what if, man.
Is that what KD's playing for at this point? He would never admit that, but is it just to show that you could win one without? Okay, I can win one without Steph.
I honestly
But
want to see. It would be interesting to see how he reacts, right? Because like Steph's a psychopath. I think Steph would have told you to your face that whole time. It didn't matter necessarily. But as soon as he won it, you could tell it fucking mattered a lot. You can't lie about the fact that it mattered a fucking lot to you to win another championship without Kevin Durant. Like you needed to prove, you knew deep down you needed to prove to the world you could do that. I don't think Kevin is wired that way, which is probably just a healthier thing. I think Durant really just out there want to go hoop and like do his thing and hoop, hopefully at least to a championship. But I want to see if he actually won it. It would be interesting to see how he reacted. I think there's like I think he was surprised. He might surprise himself with how much it meant to him. Like if he was able to pull it off, you know what I mean? Because I do think he genuinely. I think he feel. It's a weird thing to say because it's like anti like it's an anti Kobe thing, like anti psychopath thing. But I honestly think he's in a better space as a human being than like Steph Curry or LeBron James. So I think he honestly isn't like. I don't think he feels like he needs it. But I think if he got it, he would realize. Yeah, it's different. It's different.
that monkey off his back.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I think he really just out here hooping because he like hooping, man. I think he's just one of the few. He a Jamal Crawford. I think we probably sleep on how much he's a Jamal Crawford. It's like he's just gonna keep playing basketball because this nigga that's what he does. He gets on the court and he scores and he scores buckets. That's what he does.
One who might actually end up playing.
Oh. That's a question. I don't know. That's actually a good way to go with KD. Obviously, we got this straight. He'll be there for a couple years. I've been hearing talk, y'all, that I think it's Maverick. I don't know if it's Maverick or if it's the other LeBron dude. I think it's Maverick. It's trying to get a league off that's going to be like F1, where like they go from like city to city and play like games instead of like being, you know what I mean? Like kind of do it like the race circuit, like F1 does it. Like go to Vegas, go to like Spain, go to a whole bunch of different cities and play games. But the rumor is that there are some surprising names, some older veterans that you'd be surprised to see that are signing up to do it when it goes live. Now people are thinking it might be Durant and LeBron's move after this next couple seasons.
Oh shit!
How would
Only
y'all feel? Hmm?
regular 5-on, just a 5-on-5 league.
Who
You think?
who knows at this point? I could see it being a 3-on-3 or like I could see if the undisputed thing worked for them, a little up and down threes. But yeah, seems like there's a lot of Saudi money behind the alternate league. So and just a lot of Saudi money in the league in general right now. But yeah.
About okay. I want if they gonna do that, they need to cut Ice Cube in. They can't do that to Ice Cube. They free just man.
hmm
They can't cut Ice Cube out like that because I mean, yeah, because
They
if you
will.
just start that and you have significant players
hmm
just ready to play out of retirement, it's yeah, that's gonna be
No,
tough to compete with,
no,
man.
they're gonna have to give him some kind of shout out. I could definitely. It feels like a clutch move though. It's like, oh yeah, I saw the vision. They're just gonna recreate it. It's like LeBron isn't involved in this at the point. But one of LeBron's guys is, so people are kind of assuming LeBron and KD might be the ones. But yeah, something to keep an eye on to see if we know. That's probably a question along with that. How long until KD is unhappy in Houston? What's your over under? Year and a half, nine
Yeah,
months from the start. We'll say from the start of the season. We'll give him to the start. Or we'll say we'll wait till start of the season. How much time you give him? You make him through the first year and everything's cool.
I think it's gonna be.
No,
I don't think it's gonna be good the first year. I think it might be. I think it's gonna look rough.
That's the only thing I worry about. It's weird because I don't worry about the offense. Like I think the offense might be kind of ugly, and I don't really worry about it as far as winning losses because the defense is going to be good enough that the offense is going to be fine enough to like win a bunch of games. But I wonder if it's just nobody's going to be having fun out there just because of how the offense kind of works. Actually, as in the Warriors, at least had all these great offensive players. Like, and even Brooklyn had all this great offensive talent. This is kind of an offensively challenged team already. And if it's just kind of KD ISOs centered around Şengün, and Thompson pick and rolls while KD standing in the corner wondering why we're wasting time with it, it gets interesting quick.
How much years on KD's contract?
I think it's only one, but I think the assumption is he'll have some type of extension to add, kind of like what Jimmy did when he did the Warriors trade, either add a year or add 2 years once the trade happens. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully just a year. If I'm Houston, I kind of want it to just be a year. If I'm KD, I kind of might just want it to be a year. I think if it's the 1 year, that might be a situation where he's definitely going to play in that other league, like before he turns 40. But we'll see. Next thing to see.
What else happened? What's the Drew Holiday? How was the
Drew Holiday? Yeah. So the Boston Celtics seem like they're cutting the salary. Everybody kind of figured this was happening after the season, no matter what, even before the Tatum injury, just because they have too much, like they can't afford this team with the new luxury tax and CBA stuff. So they figured like either one of Drew or Porzingis was getting traded to make cap work, or they were going to go big and trade Jaylen Brown, or go big and trade both Drew and Kristaps, which seems like that's the thing that might be happening. So Drew Holiday traded for Anthony Simons, younger and I think cheaper, which is kind of the goal with them right now. Younger players on cheaper contracts. So I think that's the main reason that they pulled off that trade. And I think from Portland side, it's simple. It's just like, yeah, get us a little more of a veteran around what we're kind of building out. So Portland had a really good finish to the season last year. So I think kind of like let's like not full acceleration, but Drew Holiday's a good piece if you're trying to become a playoff competition. Give him a little professional, plays defense and does the shit. But yeah, Boston seems like they're selling out, or not selling out, they're selling the pieces. So I think they said Kristaps. Hawks are looking at Kristaps, and Spurs are looking at Kristaps. So that might be next this week.
I heard Derek White too. I heard Derek White
is potentially too. That would be crazy to me if they trade Derek White, because I assume the concept is trade Drew and Kristaps so you can keep Derek White, but they might be, since Tatum got hurt, them like, yeah, fuck it, we're just not going to pay anything for this team next year. Let's trade all of them and we're going to build it out around Jaylen and Jason from scratch next year, which to me would be crazy, but you never know. There's good value for Derek White. Derek White's a really good fucking basketball player. They can get a lot of shit back for him. They could probably get, I wouldn't be surprised if they get more back for Derek White than what the Suns got for KD.
Interesting.
I want Derek White, bro. God damn.
Exactly. That's what Jordan's, that's what JBadge, that's what every team in the NBA is saying right now if he becomes available.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna vote on him. I feel like trading Kristaps and Drew. Gonna see. I just don't. That's the shit. Like they could still compete in the East with Jaylen Brown and Derek White as the 1-2, and
with Simons in the mix, that's a nice 1-2-3, man.
Well, how long is Tatum out for? He's out for the rest of his career, right? Or no, I mean, rest of next season.
Yeah, I think that's assumption for Tatum, man. Tyrese.
Whole season.
Yeah. That's how the Achilles go. Same thing with Clay. Same thing with KD.
Damn.
Yeah, man, that's the tough one. So you gotta get rid of this thing, man. Just kind of you lose. We're at a point where you can come back and be solid still, which is nice, because it used to be you get that shit and you just never the same. But it is like you're just losing the whole season or season and a half, depending on when it happens, or a playoffs and the season in the middle of your career, which is not fun.
Wow.
I'm not the East in the season, so it's pretty.
I don't fucking know. Because it's just even more like, I don't know. CJ is technically a better player than Jordan Poole, but I feel like that's a trade where the West is getting better and the East is getting worse again. It just feels like it keeps happening.
Pistons could really make a push if they
need to.
I feel like they could be.
I think if there's any other big, like, kind of whoa, what the fuck trade that happens this year from the East, I hope it's them. I hope they pull the trigger on something big. Because it's kind of theirs for the taking, man. Them in Orlando and Cleveland seem like the front runners right now. Who y'all think the next coach gonna be? They still don't have a coach.
Fire their coach and start looking for coaches who's still coaching.
Yeah, who's on the list?
Seems like anybody. I wonder if the Johnny Bryant dude maybe. That coached with used to be in Utah. Came over there. He was one of the candidates for the Phoenix job before they hired who they hired. So maybe him. He's an assistant over there now. He like a couple of degrees of separation from me and Jordan. We know somebody who know him, but he's in there. And then I don't know, somebody new, some name that we haven't heard of, but everybody in the NBA knows because it's like he's an assistant coach or G League coach that everybody's ready to be the next one. But I don't know. We'll see, man. I don't know why you fire your coach without an idea in place of who you had next, especially when that coach just took you to the conference finals. I don't know.
They bringing Mike.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mike Malone.
Wait, they are, or you said they might?
You think they would?
I think I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. I would hate it, not because I don't like Mike Malone as a coach. He just seems like Tom, like he's the same. It's just the same guy again. I don't get what you're changing. He also plays his starters too much and doesn't play any young guys, and also doesn't really put together great offense. So I don't know.
We got Mike Brown, Frank Vogel, Sam Cassell.
I wouldn't hate Mike Brown. Sam Cassell probably actually. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the actual one though, because Sam Cassell is that, like I was saying, that one of those names that everybody thinks he's kind of due. He's the next person that's due for the next big head coaching job. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the move.
Steve Nash.
Hell
I don't think that nigga wants to be a basketball coach.
no. Let him do the podcast. He potting with LeBron right now.
He about to be on the show. He about to be on either on Amazon or he on NBC. I can't remember which one. He doing one of those next year.
Oh, it's about to be so weird next year.
About to be so weird. I'm kind of looking forward to it just because it's going to be different, but it's going to be weird.
Tom Thibodeau, Mike Budenholzer. Shit.
Bud would be interesting. Bud would be interesting because they do kind of need somebody just to show them how putting the ball in the basket doesn't have to be like the most difficult process in the world. And Mike Budenholzer is good at just like, here, just take the easy shots, you guys. I like that. I don't know. I don't like him as a playoff coach, but also Thibs kind of has those same flaws as a playoff coach, so maybe it works. Who knows? We'll see.
He might have a chance somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Did what they did.
My boy got ran out just to trade the guy who, quote unquote, I'm not gonna blame Darren for running Mike out, but I mean they traded Darren right after, man. I don't get it. If anything, honestly, he could have been the one that could have traded Darren and Bonus and just kept him. Honestly.
They just chose Tyrese from the start. Man, that franchise.
Remember we said it at the time. It just seemed like there was the thing too where the only reason they traded Tyrese and not De'Aaron was because nobody wanted De'Aaron. It's like, I feel like you take that as a sign that Tyrese is the better player, maybe. I don't know. Pull on the Pelicans, pull Zion pool party. Any thoughts?
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I don't know, maybe. I kind of like him better. I like him better than CJ. In that spot, I think he actually fits better with what they do a little more.
Zion, I feel like Zion doesn't want to be in New Orleans.
I think Zion probably wants to keep things simple and light at the moment, and whatever that looks like for what he's got going on. But yeah. Yeah, no. We'll see. I don't think he's forcing his way out anytime soon. But that's the thing. I don't know. They're just always scary. I feel like it's two good defensive pieces with Murphy and with Herb Jones, and then four pretty good offensive players all together. So if they can find a center, it might work.
They still got Brandon, right?
Wait, who? Nah, yeah, he got traded to Toronto at the deadline. Everybody forgot about that one. Yeah. I don't know what Toronto's doing. I'm very confused. Not sure at all. Yeah, I forgot about that one too. I think that's the one I forgot. I don't think I watched Brandon Ingram play a single minute as a Raptor last year.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Damn, so it really is just pulling us. Okay, we watching the next season. That's gonna be interesting.
Poole getting his chances. Pull back in the spotlight again, not just kind of wasting away in Washington. He gonna get opportunity to show he can hoop again. He was hooping last year. So, or I mean, closer to what he was doing before last year. So, we'll see. your boy Jonathan Kaminga. What are your thoughts?
I keep seeing different stuff every day about like it's sometimes I see that we're keeping him, and then I see that we're looking for the best option for his future, regardless of what that means. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
confused. Honestly, I feel like nothing's gonna happen. That's just kind of where I came to with our team in the off season. I feel like we're gonna end up holding on to him and giving it another go. Um, how do I feel about that? I don't know. I think just trade the kid and let him go flourish somewhere else. If we're I guess this is the summer, like you guys have to decide what are we doing? Are we trying to build for the future or are we trying to get another are we chasing another championship? Because
Mm-hmm.
it just seems like they're on two different pages. They're trying to make two different pages work as one. Because like Steph and Draymond are playing for championships at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy's playing for a championship at this point, and you're trying to fit just I don't know, it just the little bit we got to see when Camille came back with Jimmy and
Mm-hmm.
Steph, it doesn't I don't know if it can work. I don't know if it can work. It just didn't look good
Mm-hmm.
out there. So I would
Yeah.
say, yeah, just trade them, try to get a piece.
Mm-hmm.
So we can make a push at this because even I don't know, even if you want to build for the future, is Jonathan Kaminga really the guy that the Warriors want to build around for the future? Is that going to be our star? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
I feel like just focus
Focus on
on
what you got.
man.
No, I feel like I have a lot. I probably have more than most. Like, kind of defend the kind of two timelines thing and kind of the way they've taken their time and had the multiple approaches to it. But I was like, even with that, like, I don't understand. I said it at the deadline too. I don't understand how you trade for Jimmy Butler, especially how they did it, where they traded for Jimmy Butler like with a week until the trade deadline. Like they had time to make another move. Like I don't know how you sit there for that whole week and not trade Jonathan Kaminga, because it's just I get like in their head they're like, oh, summer's coming, we got sign and trade options, maybe it works, let's find. I get it. Anybody who knew how Steve Kerr works, anybody who knew how Draymond Green works, and maybe this is the part that people missed, and even the Warriors, anybody who knew how Jimmy Butler worked, knew that like those three players couldn't play together. Like there's just not enough shooting for it to work the way the Warriors play basketball and the way all three of those dudes play basketball. Especially since you've spent the last 3 years encouraging Jonathan Kuminga to stop shooting threes essentially. Like it's not gonna work. So I don't know. I don't know how they didn't make. Again, I have a lot of like sympathy. I think that the patience they've shown in a lot of stuff has been like justified to me. Like I don't think they should have pulled the trigger on a lot of stuff people think they should have. Would have tried to trade for Aaron Gordon, but that's about it. But like that's the one where it's like you have to trade him at the deadline in February, because now you're in a spot where, like you're saying, it's like the reason I think we keep hearing like they're trying to find a move at the same time he's probably staying is because I think they are trying to find a move. I don't think there is a move, so I think both sides are looking at each other and it's like, we're kind of stuck with you. Like, I think Jonathan Kaminga's agent is out there trying to find a deal for him. I think the Warriors are out there trying to find a sign and trade. I think both of them are coming up with like it's going to be pretty difficult. I think we're going to end up having to just stick it out and hopefully maybe trade at the hopefully it works out pretty well. Hopefully it works out pretty well and it just works. Probably won't. Hopefully it works out well enough that you can trade him for some value at the deadline. Because I think that's our best bet at this point, man. Maybe a miracle happens. Never mind. We still got some days until the. Actually, we only have one day until the draft. Shit, draft is tomorrow. That's wild.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, draft is tomorrow. But yeah, no. So we hope maybe some draft day free agency weirdness we can find. They could sneak in there and pull off some magic, but I think it's gonna be Jonathan Kaminga back on a number that's not as high as Jonathan Kaminga wants it, but higher than what the Warriors will want him back for. And yeah, they'll try again in February. We'll see. Hope for the miracle. I think if somebody really wanted to make the play on him, we would have heard about it by now. It just seems like unless maybe there's a world where Brooklyn thinks that Ace Bailey's gonna force his way down to like the eighth pick or whatever pick Brooklyn has. And that's why they don't want to pull the trigger on it. But maybe Ace Bailey goes sooner. Like maybe Ainge takes him at like 5 or 6 or whatever pick he has, and then Brooklyn's like, we need somebody. and then maybe they try to make the play. That's kind of your best bet. I think they're one of the few teams with the space to make something happen. Plus, actually, like a piece that could work for the Warriors in the sign and trade. But we'll see. Hold out hope for Cam Johnson.
Looking for or what?
I mean, that's the Brooklyn. I think a Brooklyn sign and trade is probably you probably get Cam Johnson back. Yeah, but even then, I don't know if you're even getting that at this point, man. Oh, say that one more time. You cut out.
Is there any other moves that we could really make, or like, is there really?
I have
We
not.
could really we're going in
Yes.
with the same roster. I feel like we're going in with the same roster next season, pretty for the most part. Like, who did we have we lost and who did we lose?
I don't think I even really lost him. But let me pull up the cap. I actually haven't been checking. I need to listen to Light Years again. It's been a minute. Warriors cap sheet. There we go. What we got? 24, 25. Oh, we have free agent decisions on Gary Payton II and Kevon Looney. Those are the other two big things. Everybody else is pretty much locked up. Pod's team option, they'll pick up. Trace team option, they'll pick up. Gee team option. Quinn Post team option. Steph's under contract. Jimmy's under contract. Dre's under contract. Buddy's under contract. Yeah, Kuminga, Looney, GP. Yeah, I mean Kevin Knox. I don't think they're gonna go out their way to make sure he comes back. Man, this roster was thin. That's what I'm looking at right now. Is what I'm noticing. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess if you count Guy Santos and Trace Jackson Davis, 11 playable basketball players. That doesn't feel great, especially because Gary Payton and Kevon Looney are one of those. Not to say they're not that good, but they're situational, everyday players. They're not really, you don't want to rely on them for a top 8 spot in your rotation necessarily. You want to be able to pump them in to 7 or 8 when you need them. But
Damn, yeah, we're really running it back with this squad. Yeah, that's not.
yeah.
There's nothing to really. Yeah, there's nothing to do.
I think they have trade assets, but I think that's the thing, which again is why I don't understand why you don't trade Jonathan Kuminga. Because again, the Jimmy Butler trade happens a week before, so you have some time. But also, you didn't have to trade shit for Jimmy Butler. Like I thought they were gonna have to give up either Wiggins and Pods, or Wiggins and I thought they were going to give up Pods or Moody along with Wiggins in that trade, or even Kuminga. Like I got even Moody, but I thought they would have to give up Pods or Kuminga in that trade, and or give up another pick. And the fact that they got away with one pick and Wiggins at all means they have assets right now. Like you have some all-in chips that you can push in if you want to go for this. Which again, I don't understand. Like Kuminga, a pick was enough for you to just get something at the deadline. And I guess they didn't like what they saw. So we'll see. But I think they have picks. They have some picks to mess with. They just don't have salary to match with it necessarily, unless they want to trade Draymond. Do you trade Draymond if it comes down to it? If that's the only way to make it rock?
I don't think Steph is gonna let it happen.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Draymond.
Yeah,
Oh man,
it's that 3.
Is Giannis on the move?
I
the
don't think
last thing
so. Go ahead.
No.
I'm convinced by somebody that he need to just stick it out in Milwaukee and try to win there. I heard a lot of what are you trying to, or what are you looking for? That's I forgot that's who's could come out the East next season. I forgot about Milwaukee. Yeah, it's really Giannis's world next season, honestly.
Did they wait? Did they trade for somebody too? No.
Bucks?
Yeah, no, right? I don't think so. No. They don't really got a lot of things to trade. Yeah, no. Yeah, they're always the scary one just because, I think Giannis is staying put because I don't think he ever really wanted to go. I think he was just, I'm not opposed to a trade. I don't think Milwaukee wants to trade him. I don't think he's asking for a trade. Also think once the draft played out the way it did, and then Houston and not Houston, sorry, San Antonio and Dallas got those high picks. I think the West just became a do not disturb. You know what I mean? Just you don't go to the West if you don't have to go to the West right now. You stay out in the East and go try to win a conference with a bad team.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna be bad though. Just no Dame for the whole season because he's got the Achilles shit too. So no Dame and no Chris Middleton. I don't know what that thing looks like.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Jazz, but they got bounce back redemption.
It's up there on the platter for him, man. I better hope. But I could also see it's just gonna happen again, where it's just Cleveland's supposed to do it, and then they play Orlando or they play Detroit in the second round, and it's because Orlando already took them 7 a couple years ago. An ugly ass series. Say it again.
I think Orlando will be good next season. I think Paolo's ready. I don't know. I feel like Paolo's. I want K to be ready too. K might be ready.
K
Next
might be
season,
ready,
too.
man. K honestly look better in the playoffs. Not better. They both look good. Honestly, they both look good in the playoffs in a way that you wanted them to look. Honestly, so I'm excited. Plus the Bane's a good pickup for them, man. Bane's a really good pickup for Orlando. So I think just because they just had zero shooting, you just get Suggs back into the lineup, add Bane with some real shooting. They become scary. Anybody trying to call it? Anybody got a way too early prediction? Who's winning the championship next year?
Next year, Golden State Warriors. But realistically, uh, who won it this year? The West won it.
Mavs.
Mavs are scary, man, in a way that
Oh,
people aren't
no.
considering.
How long's Kyrie out for?
He might not make it back. I think he's got a better chance of making it
Right
back than
now,
the Achilles dudes, but there's that ACL, man, is always tough.
Yeah,
Harry tore his ACL?
Yeah, towards the end of last season, yeah.
Man, never mind.
Mavs trying to make
Hey, but hey, Cooper Flag, man. Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, and Klay Thompson is not a bad place to start, man. If they find it right, I think if I'm them, I'm trying really hard to get Dennis Schroeder on my team just to hold it down until Kyrie can get back. Because I feel like if you get a piece like that, I'm not really worried about them too much. Actually, I think they're
and they
competitive
trying
still. Say that again.
they trying to I said they trying to get Chris Paul.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, that works too.
Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, and San Antonio got too many guards now. It seemed like they drafted an old boy. They drafted what's the guard's name? Dylan Harper.
Besides
Yeah,
Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey now because whatever he's doing.
yeah, he's trying to push his way down. Dylan Harper seems like the truth. People seem all in on him as like number 2 point guard type. So seems like he's so good that if they would have known they were gonna get him, they wouldn't have traded for De'Aaron type shit.
Oh damn! How tall is he?
Good question. Tall enough that I think him and Castle can play together. Let's check though. Dylan Harper. Oh, he's 6'6"? I did not know that. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh shit. Yeah. Nah, this might be raps. These niggas might be scary.
Spurs.
Yeah, no, it's the West again. The West just not fair, man. Because again, them and the map, like you said, Mavs and Spurs just might be way better than anybody thought they were gonna be before the draft lottery happens. And Victor just might be the best player in the NBA. Who knows?
That's what I'm really watching next year. I'm watching the Spurs. Victor is about to be on one next season. It's that time now.
His world.
No more Pop.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, but he's still there though.
on the mix. They hired somebody as an associate head coach that made me think they might be thinking about a new head coach soon. I can't remember who it was.
But they hired his assistant this year.
They hired. I think yeah, they just had that light skin bro. I think he's still doing it. That he's just been filling in, but they just hired an associate head coach. Yeah, that was the thing. They hired a Mavericks guy to be their associate head coach, which is usually means that's what happened with the Mike Malone or Mark Jackson. It usually means they're not confident in their head coach. So we'll see. Wouldn't be surprised. There's a change. Anybody want to make it? Feel like Mavs was a good call. You might want to predict it. Try to call their shot. I feel like easy calls the Thunder just win again.
Yeah, okay. Nah, I don't see that though.
I know I really don't. I think I'm gonna pick. I might pick Jokic to pull off the miracle, man. I don't know how he's
Really?
gonna do it, but I feel like they just gotta figure out one piece. I kind of wanted them to find a way to get Jordan Poole. Now that that's over, though, they just gotta find one other little. They gotta find another Westbrook type thing. Hope that Strouder gets better, and then just kind of that can run it back. But I don't know. Jokic really good. I can't imagine Jokic. Maybe Jokic only wins one championship. He just strikes me as the type of guy that might figure out a way to get multiple. So
I can see Jokic winning one before Luca, winning another one before Luca.
definitely. I forgot
Yeah,
about the Lakers. God, the West is stacked, man. There's a whole team with LeBron and Luke on it that has plenty of room to add an actual like real big man next year.
Hey, is Otto Bayou on the move, or is he cool? Where's he staying?
Oh, in a world where I think the Heat want to probably try to get an actual player, but in a world where they don't, it might be time for them to move on. I feel like they got to be blown away by the offer, but also Bang out of bounds good enough that somebody could blow them away with the offer because he's a game changer. For a lot of teams, Lakers. I don't think that's the kind of piece Luca would love to like. It's the perfect Luca piece, but he's good enough that that shit would be amazing. But yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Miami's weird, but Bam, somebody could use Bam. Bam's kind of wasting away on a team where he could be helping a team win some championships. Actually,
yeah, free him. Miami's the best.
Atlanta maybe. I don't know. Wonder if Atlanta has a chance to be good next year. That's my big question mark.
Chris Stapps.
Well, Chris Stapps in the mix. Jalen Johnson back fully healthy. You never know.
That'll be next year will be the year to make the push with all the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Trey, it's your time to finally prove why you're slept on or whatever he be saying. Just man, he's short.
Really is. It's tough. It's really tough to be short, man. It's really tough to be short in the NBA. Which I'm like, oh, was Nimhard? Nimhard has a little brother that's like 5'11". That's coming into
Really?
the lat draft this year.
You know, Brandon Roy Jr. just committed to Washington. There's a
Oh
Brandon Roy.
shit. We're here.
Dang, bro.
We're getting old. Yeah, damn. That's wild. As makes it, he was one of those ones. He was on that D Wade shit where he was like he won his Rookie of the Year award, but he was like taking like his photo shoot. His son was in the photo shoot for his Rookie of the Year award type shit. He was already like 2 or 3 years old by then. Still, that is kind of wild. Same thing with Chris Paul's kid. It's kind of just like, oh yeah, they're all just kind of like just actual who. Have you seen Chris Paul's kid's mixtape yet?
I
It's like,
saw I've been shit coming across my timeline.
that one's
That's
funny.
gonna be that's gonna be the one to watch. Him and Gilbert, man.
Yeah, Gilbert's son already seen. I feel so bad, man, because he's gonna get ready to do some shit. I hope he okay. Have they said anything recently? They said he cool.
I think he's good. It was. I think the worst thing that happened in the accident was just the smoke inside of his lungs that they
Ah,
had
that sucks.
to get that.
Yeah,
So, but like, yeah, I think
yeah.
should be back hooping soon if he's not already.
Nice for sure. Yeah, I was worried, man, but yeah, nah, he gonna be the one. He's. I feel like that's the era we enter in the era of the dudes that's like actually direct. Like, I feel like Gilbert and B Roy are both pretty good examples because B Roy's the one that was coaching and Gil's the one that was like, I'll coach, but also you need to go play real basketball somewhere. Like he kind of sent the kid to public school. Like the NBA players that are being intentional about how their kid
Yeah,
comes up actually kind of in the shit. Because Boozer kids they coming next year too. I think
kids.
Boozer got.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. Like everybody, I be listening to the podcast. Like Zach Randolph got a kid. I think he's younger, but like
Mm-hmm.
Monte, I don't know if Monte had a kid, but he's doing AAU. He did a really good interview with them, just talking about
Oh damn.
the AAU basketball, kind of
Mm-hmm.
just that he doesn't really take his team out to play. Really, kind of
Nice.
like yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like we just gonna get our medicine and we about to just work on basketball skills and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was just a good interview. Monte on what's it called? Out the Mud
Out
podcast.
the mud for sure. Check
Good
that
one.
now, man. That's a P. I will echo, man. That's a PSA, bro. AAU doesn't suck. The shoe companies suck. AAU is just a tool for you to get some practice, get some work in. You ain't got to go to Vegas. You ain't got to go to LA. You ain't got to spend the thousands. You can get that work in locally, man. Do your thing.
Business being in Vegas in fourth grade.
No reason.
Yeah, no business being in Vegas and 8th grade, ninth grade.
Yeah,
Honestly,
before literally till yo after play 1 year of varsity basketball, then you should be going to Vegas to play. If you
that
for a lot of us, that's after your freshman. For a lot of people, that's after their freshman year. But for a lot, yeah, just wait, man. It's all G. You wasting your time.
just hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, when you about to hoop?
Real.
When you
We
about
can
to
play
play?
whatever. I'll give
That's
you.
the real question. When you gonna play rematch? That's what we really need to know.
Yeah, I'm down whenever. But
Down whenever.
we got crossplay. That's a rematch.
Yeah.
You still need to get on me and Ryan at some point on PlayStation though.
You got a PlayStation?
I got it. This is the thing because we got I just shared the account. Like the PlayStation lets you do the share account shit now, like Xbox, without it being too difficult. So yeah.
I think I see it right there.
That might be why I got a what's it called? I might just play you in MLB on PlayStation. Mikey, you got MLB? What's the
I got
what's
it on
the what?
Xbox.
Oh, you got it on Xbox. Oh, okay. Oh, dang, you ducking smoke, Nick. Oh, I
You
might
got
have
the show on Xbox?
Yeah, I got the show on Xbox. They got me a man. They were
Really?
giving it out for free, so I just they got me to switch over officially, even though it's not free no more. Play it again.
It's not. I think it's cross compatible.
It's crossplay. Yeah. That's the thing. Y'all can play each other. Yeah, you log in on mine. You can play it when I'm not on there. Get on
Why you
that
don't have
shit.
Xbox?
what?
You don't have Xbox?
Who me?
Yeah.
He just ain't
I
trying to
do.
cop. Pay 80 for a game. He ain't gonna play like that.
I'm not buying it. I thought it would be on Game Pass, but I'll play on his account just so I
Can't
could
share play it?
show you. Huh?
You can't share play it?
I'm
Nah. Yeah.
sharing with a man.
Nah.
I just switched from sharing with Emmanuel to sharing with Mike. But I could just play on his account, honestly, bro. It's gonna be quick and it's gonna be pretty quick. What's a skunk in baseball? Like, what's a skunk in
10,
baseball?
10, 10-0 at the end of the innings, usually when they call it.
Yeah,
10 over
it's
7, probably.
easy work.
Sure.
I don't know why you think you could beat me in a baseball video game.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad for you, my boy.
All
It's
right,
gonna be bad.
we're gonna stream it.
Yeah, the stream it. It's gonna be bad. We can put money on it too.
Yeah,
Down for that. Money, push ups. It's
I'm
all
with it.
good.
No team restrictions.
Nah, you can use whatever you want. I use the A's.
Do that. I don't like when people say you could be whoever you want, and then I be somebody, and you want to choose you want to choose when I
You
win. You
don't
gonna
even know
say
baseball like that.
I don't know baseball. Like
Who
I
would you
think I
be?
probably started playing baseball before you.
Who would you be?
Who would I be? I'm the Dodgers. Me,
He
go
knows.
Tiny,
That's respectable.
go Tiny, bro.
Boo
Respectable.
the Dodgers. But
You'll
yeah,
get it
that's
done
the
with
team to pick. Giants got a bat. They traded for Devers. I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, Devers is nice. Devers is really nice. That was a good pickup.
Yeah, it's big for them. They on big name hunt like that. Even though the nigga don't play no defense, but we'll figure it out.
Nah, he said he didn't want to play no defense for the Red Sox, but he said he'll play defense for
He
the.
did. I saw that. He
He
was
didn't
no,
want
he
to
was
play.
mad that they wasn't letting him play defense. Nigga wanted to play third base, and they was like, "Nah, nigga, you kind of suck." DH, and then it was like, "Wait a minute, we need you to play first." And he was like, yeah, he wasn't
No, yeah,
feeling it.
you're right. You're right. That is what happened.
That shit funny, man. Weird
So let's put
sport.
the going on with the A's this season. How y'all looking?
We gotta get to Sacramento. You want to go watch a professional baseball game in a minor league stadium?
We can get some good seats. I'm not gonna lie. That's all I'm thinking. Yeah, some good seats.
Like so you like pick your seats or something?
You even go sit on the
Yeah.
lawn. The way they got the setup now, you go to the lawn. Open seating. They got the kids out there and do a little picnic out at the park. Watch an A's game.
I mean, they're not bad, but they're not good either.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, typical A's. Just know that. Typical A's. It's all good though.
But you just bandwagon somewhere else. Is it in your blood?
Can't do that. My team, man.
Oh, boy,
Yeah,
you following them into Las Vegas? If they ever
yeah, I'm following.
actually build that shit.
I mean, I don't want them to, but I mean, I'll follow
Bro, look,
them. I follow the
reason
Raiders though.
Yeah, it's a good excuse to go to Vegas, especially because that shit don't be expensive like Raiders tickets. You get in there for cheap actually.
Exactly. Well, not now. Raiders are expensive though.
Oh no, I meant the A's. I mean base. I just meant like baseball games. Cheap. She was like cheaper. Just good excuse to go to spend a weekend in Vegas. Go watch the A's play. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. Right on the strip too. See,
Hmm.
cool. I wouldn't mind that. Sucks it's not right over here no more though, but I mean it's cool.
Nice when it was a bar ride away. One of these
Cheap tickets.
days, yeah. I gotta imagine tickets still gonna be cheap as fuck though.
Hope so. I really hope so. Not if they got no $1 billion stadium though.
Again, nobody's put up no money to pay for that shit yet. They just that's all in their head,
True.
man.
True. That's
All in
true.
their head. It's broke boys. It's tough playing tough boy when the broke boys when they still let broke boys run teams, man.
He got the money. He got the money for sure. He's
You
a
don't
multi-billionaire.
you don't want to spend the money.
He wants the taxpayers to buy it for him. Yes. No,
That's what broke boys do. Steve Ballmer ain't do that. Joe Lacob ain't do that.
exactly. Now you right. You right.
Nah, I be shitting on these owners, man. If you gonna be rich as fuck, you might as well just spend. You might as well not get cheap when it comes to building out the team, man.
Exactly. You're gonna make money back for sure. Make the order back.
Especially because them niggas didn't want to pay. Like, just pay to keep the team in Oakland, man. Like acting like the city. Why you making the city pay for the team?
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
Man. Uh, respect the squad though. I want to go see them play. Have you been out to Sac to see them play yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I want to go before the year
Kind of
over.
boycotting. But I'll go though.
I respect the boycott. I feel like I should boycott too, but since I'm not an actual fan, I feel like I can get away with going still. But yeah, I respect the boycott.
Then I'll go because we do got a couple good players. I ain't gonna lie. We always got a couple good players, but I'll
Yeah,
go. I'm not gonna go out of my way though.
I feel it.
Watch them go play like the Yankees or Dodgers or something like that.
I feel it. Need to go see. Ah man, I need to go. I haven't seen Tani play in a minute. I need to go watch him play again.
Otani at the AAA park.
That shit would be hilarious, actually.
Crazy. Home run fest.
Saw him at Dodger Stadium, close enough. Sorry, I had to shit on the Dodgers one time before we got out of here.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in to JBadge Raps episode 3. We will be back at some point. Just look out for me.
Hey.